I recently posted a video discussing the Redis open source drama, and of course the comment section got flooded with alternatives which are apparently better, faster, more powerful, and totally not over-engineered. By the looks of it, all modern to-do apps require a memory store written in Rust that uses conflict-free replicated data types and is scaled across 9 Kubernetes clusters. But the joke is on them. I'm a web developer, so I'm not going to simply switch to some new tech stack just because it's better. We reinvent our own wheel here on the web, even though our wheel might be slower, more expensive, and probably more square than round. So I decided to build my own in-memory database using Go. And what was really surprising is that the whole dev process was way faster and easier than I expected. We start with a basic TCP server that listens on the default Redis port. Why, you may ask? Well, because consistency is key, and we only follow best practices here on the web. The server will read commands line by line and then spin up a new Go routine for each connection. Thanks to Go routines, each client gets its own lightweight thread of execution, so we can serve multiple clients concurrently. Next, let's add the command parsing functionality. We'll keep things simple and accept text commands to set, get, and delete entries from our database. For each of these actions, we'll then perform some basic validations to make sure the commands have the correct number of arguments, and then we'll simply update the database, which is a simple map structure for now. We can then use Telnet to connect to our service via TCP and test what we have so far. With the basics working, we are more than halfway there. However, there are 3 more features I consider a must before I can launch this project as open source and allow big evil corporations to monetize my work. First, any respectable, worthy of being exploited by greedy tech giants in-memory database survives restarts without losing all data. Second, PubSub is a must-have use case. And third, it would be cool to also have key expiration support. Persisting data across restarts is actually really straightforward. We'll simply log all our set and delete actions into a file. Then, when the server starts, we'll go through the saved commands and update the database accordingly. Note that Go maps are not thread-safe by default, so since we might have concurrent access over our resources, we need some sort of synchronization to avoid race conditions, corrupted memory, or incomplete writes. So, for each action, we acquire a lock, we perform the operation both in memory and on the file, and then release the lock. To my surprise, thanks to Go channels, PubSub is really easy to implement as well. First, we'll define a map structure which holds a topic as a key and a list of subscribers as the value. Then, we'll add support for 2 new commands. When a client subscribes, we'll create a dedicated Go channel just for that client. Think of it like an inbox. Then, we'll add that inbox to the list of subscribers for the specified topic. A background Go routine is then launched to listen to that inbox and forward any messages it receives to the client over the network. When another client sends a publish command, the server looks up all the inboxes subscribed to that topic and sends the message into each one. The subscriber Go routines pick up those messages and write them to their respective clients. For key expiration, things are even simpler. We'll need a map to keep track of expiration times and a background Go routine in charge of running on a fixed interval, going through the expiration map and removing all store entries that expired. Then, we need to add a new handler for the expire action, where we'll simply add the values in the expiration map, and, just to be on the safe side, we'll also double-check expiration before returning values for the get action. That's it. All I have to do now is to publish this code with an open source license, and then it's on you guys to make the project popular. Amazon will take care of the rest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.